aware of the inbounder here if you're Philly.
It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger?
Here's a big question. How good was Kawhi Leonard in the 2019 playoffs? And we're going based off the competition, the intensity, and the overall stats of the whole playoffs. Make sure y'all enjoy the movie, and I'm out.
Mr. DJ, play that song. How about an upset that nobody expected in Toronto in Game 1? No, they didn't play LeBron, but they did play the hottest team in the East coming into the playoffs, 11-2 in their final 13.
After a shocking Game 1 loss to the Magic, Kawhi Leonard knew what time it was, Game 2.
John Goble, Kevin Cutler are three officials. Let's see if they look for Lowry early. Here's Kawhi using the Gasol screen from the foul line. Drills. He knows where to be. Here's Kawhi. 5-0 to Eric Leonard with the steal. Leonard now driving behind the back in the paint on a pull-up. Sticks it. And the Raptors on an 11-0 run.
Kawhi Leonard came out this game torching the Orlando Magic. He dropped 37 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. And the Orlando Magic got blown out by 29 points. Now fast forward to Game 4, Kawhi Leonard dropped 34 points, leading the Raptors to a 12-point victory, and now we're seeing Kawhi heating up in the playoffs. And in the closeout game, Kawhi Leonard dropped 27 points, 7 rebounds, and the Raptors made it out the first round in 5 games. And here are some of Kawhi Leonard's best highlights of Game 5.
Here's Kawhi, the three, and it's for play, and he has done a good job for them on both ends. The three. Lowry got attended to during halftime. In fact, he left as high on that. And Kawhi's made another three.
In this first round, he averaged 28 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists against the Magic, and they look forward to taking on the 76ers.
7-0 burst by Philly. Leonard in for the Rocket from the outside and settling at times. Leonard squares, connects for him. Leonard pull up on a fade.
In Game 1 against the 76ers, Kawhi Leonard was hooping. He scored 45 points and 11 rebounds in this series opener to let everybody know that he was a problem. Everybody around the NBA was talking about this historical performance, and I mean everybody.
They faced a much tougher challenge than the Magic presented in round 1. The Sixers came calling, but Phillies had issues of their own playing in Toronto, where they had dropped 13 in a row.
In Games 2 and 3, Kawhi Leonard and the Raptors lost to the 76ers and is down 2 games to 1. And in Game 4, this is a must-win game for the Raptors. Going down 3-1 is something they don't want to risk. How does Kawhi Leonard respond in Game 4?
James Ennis continues to contribute in a big way off the bench. Leonard guarded by Simmons. Baseline pull-up. Boy, contact. Leonard got open. They refused to pick him up, and Kawhi Leonard. Embiid got picked off. Butler picked up Leonard. It didn't matter.
Kawhi Leonard dominates this game in Philly, dropping 39 points and 14 rebounds and also 5 assists with this game. And he hit this incredible shot.
Fires a long one. Nothing but net.
And the next 2 games, 5 and 6, they're split evenly between the Toronto Raptors and the 76ers. And now we have a Game 7.
Leonard making his move. Simmons defending, puts on the brakes. Gasol the offensive rebound. Leonard with a three. Good!
This is a back and forth game, clutch shots from everywhere, and it's going down to the wire. And now in the 4th quarter, tied 90 apiece, Kawhi Leonard has the ball. What is going to happen?
Is this the dagger? Game series.
Kawhi hits a Game 7 buzzer beater, dropping 41 points and 8 rebounds. And for the series, he averaged 35 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. Now, what team is next? And of course, we can't forget about the Milwaukee Bucks. They were the first seed, having a record of 60-22. They had the MVP Giannis, who dominated the Celtics in the previous series. Was this the end for the Raptors? Well, it was looking like it. They took a commanding 2-0 lead against the Raptors, and everybody went wild.
The pieces he's added to this team, that's been the difference between Milwaukee this year and last year. He's added some nice pieces.
John Horst, you're talking
Yes,
about.
you got to give him a lot of credit. I mean, obviously, Giannis and Middleton, they're both all-stars. But the other pieces fit very nicely.
Well, you know, no one has really come to the party on a consistent basis in this series other than Kawhi.
But what Kawhi did was responded. He won the next 3 games, averaging 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he even got an apology for being doubted.
Well, what I've watched the Toronto Raptors do, mainly led by Coach Nick Nurse and obviously the star player that is Kawhi Leonard, is make all of us, including myself, look like absolute positive idiots. That's really what this comes down to. Kawhi Leonard is simply on another level and everybody else is just spectating. That's what this comes down to in this particular series. We looked at Kawhi Leonard, 15 of his 35 points in the fourth quarter, 22 points in the second half. Fred VanVleet comes off the bench. He contributes 7 3-pointers. You got to remember, this is after Norman Powell and others came off the bench to do what they did. They outscored Milwaukee by 20 tonight on their bench.
Working hard to locate shots and hits. Leonard straight away. Yes. He was calling for that. Gets it inside. A beautiful pass for Ibaka. And Toronto has drilled off 7 unanswered calls.
In Game 6, Kawhi Leonard put on a show, closing out the series with 27 points, 17 rebounds, and 7 assists. They are going to the finals, and finally, Kawhi Leonard is going to face the Warriors. Can he do it? Let's find out. Going into the 2018-2019 season, this Warriors team has been seen as the favorites all year. And that was until Kevin Durant got hurt in Game 5 against the Houston Rockets. And after that, we all knew there was still hope. And in Game 1, the Raptors took advantage and shocked the whole world, and everybody was talking about it.
Is the problem for Golden State, with or without Iguodala? Although with or without KD is a different story. This is without KD. With KD, it's unfair. Golden State's better than anyone. Without KD, we're putting 2, sometimes we're dedicating 3 dudes to this one guy. We're going to trap him and we're going to double him every time he touches the ball. Kawhi didn't have a good game. Whatever the box score says doesn't matter. You watch. That's not a good Kawhi game. 23 points, good defense. But he turned the ball over. He was missing free throws. That's not really Kawhi getting going. The whole key to this series is, does Kawhi have a reliable crime partner? A guy who can play at all-star level. But Kawhi has so many above-average players, ascending players like Siakam, a guy who's been there before, knows what it is, like Marc Gasol, Kyle Lowry, who we've seen play at all-star level until it matters most, but nevertheless, we know what his upside is. He just needs 1 or 2 of those guys that are like 8, 9 deep to play well as they're devoting the whole defense to Kawhi, and they're going to win this series.
Get up. By the way, these points by Leonard from the free throw line.
Game 2 was an intense game, and it was going down to the wire. The Raptors have the ball, and Danny Green shoots a 3 and makes it a 2-point game. And now the Warriors have the ball, and they're trying to close it out, and they give the ball to Iguodala, and what is he going to do?
Iguodala puts it up. It's good. Andre Iguodala.
And in this moment, Andre Iguodala became the most clutch player in the NBA history.
Who would you rather have taking it, Iggy or Curry?
Of everyone on Golden State, open shot, fate of the universe on the line, or the Martians have the death beam pointed at Earth, you better hit it. I want Iguodala.
Max wanting Iguodala to take the clutch shot, I agree with him. And Kawhi just continues to prove why he's the best player in the world, dropping in Game 3, 30 points and 7 rebounds, and then the game after dropping 36 points and 12 rebounds. And he is proving why he is the best player in the world right now. And in Game 5, the Raptors have a chance to close out the series and win their first finals in front of their home crowd, and they were up 6 points with 2 minutes to go, and this happened.
Thompson finds an opening, three-pointers up, it's good! Klay Thompson from downtown. Curry gets a look, fires away, ties the game! Steph Curry from downtown. Curry pushing it up, Van Vliet in pursuit. Iguodala back out to Green. Thompson, one fake, one dribble, one shot, got it!
The Golden State Warriors upset the Raptors in Game 5, and now we're going back to Oracle Arena for a Game 6 to settle this once again.
Ibaka the rebound, back up and in. Lowry between the legs, drives inside, falling away, puts it up, bounces and drops through. It out Iguodala. Draymond Green's gonna try again. This time, he delivers.
The Golden State Warriors has 9.6 seconds to get a shot off, and Stephen Curry shoots and misses, and the Warriors miss their only shot, and Kawhi has the ball, and Steve Kerr calls the timeout, and he didn't have any left, and it sends Kawhi Leonard to the line to ice the game.
Be called. Now they just have to inbound the ball.
Kawhi Leonard in these series averaged 28.5 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists, and he was the main reason why the Raptors won the chip. And here is the question I asked at the beginning of the video. How good was the Kawhi Leonard run in 2019? In the playoffs, he averaged 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists, shooting 50% from the field and 40% from 3. Kawhi Leonard had 14 30-point games and multiple 40-point games in the playoffs. He also had a Game 7 buzzer beater, and he had a record of 16-8 in the playoffs. And he did all of that while being injured. Now, let me ask you a second question. How would this Kawhi Leonard run rank against Dirk in 2011 and LeBron in 2018? That seems like a question for another video. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, and I'm out.